Hello, I'm calling from the Trib. I'd like to confirm a quote.
Getting around for 2 hours.
Can you tell me approximately how much money was involved? Was it over $1,000? Was it over $10,000?
Still missing Sweeney's sidebar and the new Medicare director.
Yeah, take a look at the lead, will you? I don't like it.
I'm not saying I'm not proud of the healthcare series. I'm just saying I'm not working under these conditions again.
No, me either.
It's nice to hear, Noel. Especially when it comes from the competition.
I had my usage book.
Listen, that was only part 8. This is a 10-part series.
You can send some.
Any x-rays? Yes. Uh-huh. Mrs. DeConcini, you're a doll. Well, thanks for letting us copy your hospital bills. Well, you are. Goodbye. Captain Lupton, how are you?
I'm fine, Miss Newman. Very good, thank you.
Last time I saw you, you were blowing up watermelons with firecrackers. Copy?
Well, school kids, they get the message pretty good. In fact, I'm still doing that.
Oh, good, good. There's some papers waiting at this address. It's a rush.
I'll make this quick. I was hoping you'd keep an eye on an assembly bill that's coming up. It's number 4152. Goes to committee next week when the session opens up. And, well, if it passes, it could destroy all the fireworks bans we have in the state.
Oh, sure.
Kids just love them, you know. Firecrackers. But you just don't give a kid a stick of dynamite and a book of matches and send them out to play. It's insane, this new bill.
Assembly Bill 4152. What committee?
It's Business Institutions and Financial, Gunderson's bill.
Give him my check.
Hey. Yes.
Thanks a lot.
But I'll pay this.
Oh, boy, is that nice.
They wouldn't let me use my flash anywhere in the hospital.
She know you were taking her picture?
Not until I took it. I got her okay.
You know, about 6 graphs down in the part 10, an anonymous quote from the emergency room nurse about how some shifts are like running a marathon in rubber boots. That's our new lead.
Well, you've done your job awfully well. And now it's time to do mine. Be sure you read Monday's New York Times. I've taken out a full-page ad of self-promotion.
The Trib's going to be in the New York Times?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Why?
To congratulate ourselves on this healthcare series. And it's getting on to award season. I am determined not to be ignored this time.
I think this series is the best shot we have or something.
Might there not be some way to bring it to the attention of the Greenwood Foundation Board? Their annual meeting is this weekend in Palm Springs.
If you're willing to authorize a fair amount of additional overtime for composing and the pressman, we can have all 10 parts reprinted.
Good, do it. I want to be fresh in the minds of the Greenwood Board for a nomination in journalism.
Listen, why take chances? Why can't we find out what hotel they're meeting in and put a paper stuffed with a reprint at the door of every room? What would that cost?
Maybe an additional $100.
Huh?
Let's go for it.
Morning, Lou.
Have a good weekend, Billy?
The worst.
Head out of town?
Yes, now.
Oh.
I haven't had a fight like that since my first marriage. You know how that ended. I'm married to a man obsessed with baby talk.
I don't want to hear that. This is not for me to hear. Some guys go for that.
Oh,
That's between you and him.
Baby talk. Talk about having a baby.
Oh.
We live in a one-bedroom apartment, and he's out of town half the time. Let's take care of first things first.
Right. You want to commit to a family and all that means?
We want to commit to 16% mortgage rates and all that means.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you remember Assembly Bill 4152?
Never heard of it.
I told you about it Friday. It would establish a new category for fireworks sold to the public. Right now, the only legal fireworks are safe and sane.
It's high time we had dangerous and insane, right?
So anyhow, aside from the personal safety issue, fireworks are such a hazard down here during the dry season. Do you remember all those houses that went because of one skyrocket getting on a roof? So the fire department and the homeowners association have formed a coalition to lobby against the bill, and I thought I should go too.
You are aware that we have a Sacramento bureau.
Haggerty, right. I wouldn't get in his way.
I'll look at what kind of week we've got and get back to you. Don't expect a yes.
Here's the thing. Ted is going to be in Lodi,
Oh?
30 miles from Sacramento. I could see him, mend a fence.
I'm not going to make an assignment based on that.
No.
3 former presidents of the United States won the Greenwood in public service. Twice now, the winner in science one year has won the Nobel Prize the next. You're telling me not to be excited? Awards are fundamentally a distraction. So the ad in the New York Times is just hype.
An ad in the Times?
Yeah, I got it on my desk. Mr. Stinson took an ad in the New York Times? Full page. Everyone who worked on the series is mentioned.
Is my name in the New York Times.
Here's here. Haggerty, just tell me what you need. Okay, hang on a minute. Lou?
Yeah?
Haggerty needs help in Sacramento. In addition to the start of this legislative session, they're also celebrating the renovation of the state capitol building, and it's going to be a zoo. He wants us to hire his stringer full-time, but his stringer is also his girlfriend, Bambi the airhead, who makes every story sound breathless.
Send Billy.
You got Billy Newman.
I'm the guy who's trouble with every stupid leash law. I'm not talking to you.
4152 is not about fireworks, Mr. Kelly. 4152 is about getting state government out of industries it has no business being in.
But really the only group which would benefit by its passage are the fireworks manufacturers.
Because that industry has been so pinned down in the state, of course it'll benefit. But there are really only 2 reasons why I proposed this bill. I'll sponsor any government deregulation where it's warranted, and this is such a case. And second, I'd just like to see Californians have a chance at a good old-fashioned 4th of July again.
I'm telling you, I haven't seen one since I brought them here.
Excuse me, Assemblyman Elders?
Hi.
Matt Lumpton, Fire Prevention Bureau. We met at the smoke alarm hearings.
Oh, of course,
Yes.
Matt. Sure. Glad to see you.
Thank
you know
you.
Greg Sorrentino?
No, I don't. How do you do? Nice to meet you, Chief. My pleasure. Captain, just call me Matt, please.
Well, what do you think of the renovation of this old fire trap?
It's a beautiful job. It's very nice.
I was just asking Ray about the mice.
The mice?
No, it's worse than ever.
Well, everybody's spending a fortune on mouse bait, and this is the only guy who's got the problem solved.
Really?
I keep a cat. The only mice I ever see are dead ones. That damn cat's always bringing them in to me.
Matt, can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm fine.
How about you, Ray?
Yeah, no, thank you. No more for me.
Excuse me.
Certainly, sir.
Nice meeting you.
My pleasure. His name is Greg,
Sorrentino. Sorrentino and Associates. Legislative Research.
I thought I knew that name from somewhere. He's the fireworks lobbyist, my opposition.
Oh, you up here for 4152?
Yes, I am. You know, excuse me for bringing up business at a social event, but
Look, you go right ahead, son. I haven't been to a social event in the last 40 years that wasn't business.
Captain Lupton, how are you?
Miss Newman, may I present Assemblyman Elders? He's chairman of Business Institutions and Financial. This is Miss Newman. She's with the Los Angeles Tribune. She's doing a story on 4152.
I figured you were from out of town, because I know every redhead in Sacramento.
The Capitol building's certainly beautiful, Mr. Assemblyman.
Ray, glad you like it. You paid for it. You dance?
Yes.
Excuse us, certainly. Enjoy yourself.
You know, I've been in the Assembly for 22 years, only I'm not running for re-election. I promised myself that I would do whatever I damn well please this whole session. Will you indulge me?
You won't hear me complain. I love to dance.
Good.
Let's go. I know. I brought Joe. Now I want to make I'll drive. Yeah, I'm fine. Is it okay with you? Yeah, let's go. Excuse me, Matt Lupton, I'd like to meet Assemblyman Gunderson.
Yes, I've been trying to meet you.
The focus of my piece is lobbying.
Well, you just missed one of the best people at it, which is too bad. He keeps a lower profile than the bishop's mistress.
And I missed him.
Listen, I know where he'll be tomorrow. If you'll save the next real slow one for me, I'll arrange a meeting. I'm sorry we're on opposite sides of this dang bill, but I have just got to vote against it.
I understand and I respect that, Ray. But the grocers of Lafayette County are really getting the short end. Now, you got to look at it from our point of view.
I will. I'll look at it again, but I just cannot promise you anything.
I appreciate that. You and I go back a lot of elections, huh?
Yeah, we sure do. And look, son, the next time you drop by, let's be on the same side of an issue.
Oh, I hope so.
All right, boy. You take care of yourself. He's one issue, guys. They'll flatten you. Uh-huh. Okay. Here comes our man now. Greg Tarantino, I would like you to meet a young lady from the Los Angeles Tribune. Miss Billy...
Newman.
Wow, what a nice surprise. Billy and I go way back, don't we?
We sure do. How are you, Greg?
Oh, I still can't get everything I want done, but I'm fine. You look good.
Thank you.
Billy's spending the day with me here, Greg. So don't say anything to me you wouldn't like to see on 200,000 doorsteps.
Well, all I came by for today was to see if we can't set up a time for me to fill you in on 4152 and find out if we have a compatibility there.
Aren't you on my calendar for today?
No, I don't think so, unless my girl made a mistake.
Yes, you are. You're down for 40 minutes, and the time is now.
I wish you were, Ray, but I've got to be over at the Senate in 10 minutes. Why don't I reschedule with your girl and maybe lunch?
I go where Betsy puts me.
Okay. Well, it's nice to see you, Billy. You look good. Take care.
You too.
See you, Ray.
Didn't I tell you? I knew he wouldn't like opening up in front of a reporter. He took one look at you and ran.
I felt a little like running myself. I used to be married to him.
Lou Grant will continue in a moment here on A&E.
Just came in. The Greenwood Foundation has...
Wait a minute. Shouldn't the other reporters hear this? The Greenwood Foundation has, does that mean that they have?
Go get the reporters.
This is great.
Oh, boy.
Would you ask Rossi and Lance and Castillo, Rosenthal, and Animal to come in here?
Is that it?
Billy?
Billy's in Sacramento. Lance.
I said Lance.
And Lance. I said Lance. Oh, Reuben, come on in here.
What's up?
News.
You want me?
Yeah, come in.
Rosenthal's in San Diego. Animal's coming.
Animal's here.
Charlie's got some news.
Yeah. Okay. The Greenwood Foundation has nominated... has nominated the Los Angeles Tribune Series.
Did I miss it? I missed it.
All right, okay, I'm going to start again. The Greenwood Foundation has nominated...
Yay!
The Los Angeles Tribune Series, Vital Signs, Medical Care in the Southland, for this year's Greenwood Prize in Journalism, to be announced 4 weeks from today. Please submit 10 copies of this series to the advisory board at the above address within 7 days. Congratulations to editor Lou Grunt and all those connected with the story. Congratulations, guys.
Well, I think I speak for all of us when I say it wouldn't have been possible without Lou Grunt.
Hey.
Greenwood nomination!
Miss Pynchon, I wanted you to be the first to know. You would? Well, I don't know how long it'll keep. The telex operator's got a big mouth. Yeah. Okay, will do. She's on her way down here to break the news to the city room herself.
I met the lobbyist for the fireworks manufacturers. Actually, it's a pretty funny story. The guy is my ex-husband.
And you didn't know?
No. Last I heard, he was back in New York doing PR. Isn't this a stitch?
No. Come back down.
Please, Lou, he's the lobbyist on one side of the bill. I'll get his interview, and that'll be that. That's why you pay me the big bucks.
Well, for Pete's sake, keep it on the up and up.
No problem.
It is a problem. What if he's still carrying a torch?
If he's still carrying a torch, he shouldn't have run off with another woman.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead then. Good luck on the story. Say hello to your fella for me.
He's not my fella, Lou.
Ted. Aren't you seeing Ted while you're up there?
Oh, my fella, Ted. I'll say hello. Goodbye. Tell everybody hooray. Bye. Ted McCovey, please.
I'm sorry he hasn't stuck his head in here yet.
Oh, well, this is his wife, Billy Newt McCovey.
No fooling. Hey, I'm Bob Gage. I'm the general manager up here. Listen, Ted's just getting a look at a couple of kids over at Camden South.
Glad to meet you, Bob.
We ought to be seeing the whites of his eyes in a couple hours.
Could you take a message for me?
Let me get a pencil here. Okay.
Tell him that we're on for tonight, and do you mind if this gets personal?
I can write and blush at the same time.
Tell him I brought the red dress. He'll know what that means. Now you know my deepest, darkest secrets, Bob.
I'm like Western Union, honey. It's like I never heard it.
Oh, thanks. Maybe I'll see you tonight.
I'd like that. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
You know that piece the Sentinel got nominated for? My friend from Baltimore's sending it to me.
The acid rain thing?
Uh-huh. Well, I'm surprised they even got nominated. I mean, everybody's done acid rain. What's our other competition?
Some little paper in Louisiana's coverage of a tornado.
Come on, we're in.
Okay, here's to the incredible pleasure of having somebody finally say the Los Angeles Tribune is doing terrific work.
Yeah.
And you're making the competition eat our dust.
Well, now I know why people like to gloat. What do you say we go and dance in front of the Times and rub it in?
I got a call from Noel today congratulating us. He was very gracious.
Sure, ruin our gloating.
Hey, I got another toast. To Greenwood.
Greenwood.
Whoever he is.
It's not a him, it's a foundation.
No, there's a him.
Must have been a him. Is he still around?
Oh, sure.
Well, to this sweet guy, dead or alive, and his impeccable taste.
Here, here. Greenwood Universal, the company, is that him?
There you got me.
Be nice to find out.
When you find out, thank him for me.
I think about you whenever Melanie, that's my oldest girl, begs her mother for a permanent. She hates her straight hair, and I think about how you used to iron your hair to get it straight. Well, you must be in your element these days.
They're a good-looking bunch, Greg.
You still have that thing about kids?
I never had a thing about kids.
Oh, we didn't have any.
I was trying to graduate from college. You were making $90 a week in the mailroom of a PR firm.
Which are okay reasons and nothing to feel guilty about.
I'm not guilty. I wasn't then, and I'm not now.
Well, I'm not giving you much of a tour. Okay, let's see. We've got 55 clients. We're working in highway safety, public education, insurance regulations. That's one of my associates, and a researcher that she's training. We've got 8 full-time lobbyists on staff. That's Kim. She's one of my best.
Holy smokes, Greg. Do you recruit out of colleges or beauty pageants?
It's not self-indulgence, believe me. You'd be surprised how much more receptive people are to a nice-looking woman.
People.
Men people. Listen, this story you're doing on Ray Elders...
Actually, it's more of a piece on lobbying, focusing on 4152. And since you're the lobbyist for the fireworks manufacturers...
Legislative consultant, and I don't represent all fireworks manufacturers. How long are you going to be up here?
A couple days more?
I'm not sure you can get an accurate picture in that kind of time.
I'm used to working fast. Assemblyman Gunderson claims that this bill...
I'm not worried about fast. I'm worried about good. Well, of course, Blanchard's book is indispensable, and with that as a foundation...
Blanchard?
Craig Blanchard, Lobbying in America. You haven't read it?
No. I appreciate the recommendation.
Well, it seems to me that's pretty essential. You still don't like doing the spade work, huh?
I like spade work. You must have me confused with somebody else.
I've only been married to 2 people.
And Jeanette likes spade work?
Jeanette likes raising kids.
Blanchard.
Mr. Tarantino.
Excuse me. There's so much garbage written about this work. People are so sure we're doing something underhanded. That's fine.
Don't pass up the opportunity to clarify the record. Give me an interview.
You're right. Let's talk.
Okay.
Okay. Tonight. Right now, I've got an appointment that can't be broken.
Tonight's bad for me. How about tomorrow?
Oh, I'm in meetings all day. Dinner tonight's our only option. Can't you juggle things for tonight?
Sure. Where shall I meet you?
How about the Pear Garden? You still like Chinese food?
Mm-hmm.
Good. I'll make reservations for 2 at 8. Remember, dress up. This is Sacramento.
Oh, Bob, this is so stinking. I've got to work tonight, which means canceling Ted.
Oh, no.
When he gets to the park, will you tell him?
I sure will, honey.
And tell him how awful I sounded on the phone, because I hate doing this.
Listen, I'll tell him all about how some slave driver has you stuck in the office till all hours.
Well, just tell him I had to do it. And I miss him.
Yes, sir. Yes, I understand. Can you... Yes. Can you possibly explain...
They need a photo of me for the Greenwood Prize. I told them to use the old one in my personnel file.
They asked for a candid shot. Keep working.
Hey, Lou, is my guy going to the SEC meeting or is yours?
Yours.
Yeah, well, we got our wires crossed somewhere because Dixon's got the day off and I haven't got a guy to send.
You gotta give me more than 20 minutes warning, Adam. I've got nobody either. You think City News will be sending someone to cover the SEC briefing?
I hate for us to rely on them for something that we ought to have ourselves.
What does that mean? I mean, you think I don't hate it?
Okay, Lou, we're losing you behind the desk.
A phone book?
I think you can sit on this edge while you thrash this out with Adam.
I can't pose and thrash at the same time.
All right, I'm through.
Wait a minute. What do you know about Greenwood Universal?
Well, I know that my guys gave you a lot of help on that healthcare series and are not mentioning the nomination.
Not the foundation, Adam. Greenwood Universal.
Lou, you're really fighting me. You got to give me more pace. Can you twist forward a little?
Well, it was one of those companies that sort of shot up out of nowhere when chemical fertilizers and herbicides boomed. But the old man Greenwood actually got his start in organic fertilizer, shoveling manure. Poor guy was known as the Duke of Dung. Later as a polluter and then a health hazard. But all he wants now that he's made his $1 jillion is to be a statesman, so he set up the foundation.
Sounds like he's still shoveling manure.
Ooh, now, suck you in the gut for just a second.
Enough, no more. Come on. Thanks.
Yeah.
Polluter? Health hazard?
Maybe the old guy's guilty and wants to make up for his past sins. The Nobel Prize was funded by the guy who invented dynamite.
Thank God they keep plastic here. I thought it was
Oh, what is it?
From out of town?
Yes,
Where?
Los Angeles.
Right again. Well, you know how I knew? It's that purse you got there. Daytime purse. Nighttime clothes. You must be traveling.
Right again.
How about a little dinner?
Oh, that's very nice of you, but I'm married.
Oh, don't misconstrue me here. I wouldn't come on to you.
I know you wouldn't.
No, this is not a come on. I'm on the road a lot, and I know how it is to eat alone in a strange town.
I'm not alone. I'm meeting somebody for dinner. He's a little late.
Hey, it doesn't take a face full of tear gas to get through to me. You want to eat alone? You eat alone.
There's somebody coming, really.
Billy Newman?
Yes. Is he here?
I'm Christine. Mr. Sarantino asked me to come over here and apologize for him. He has to cancel dinner. But he said, please just proceed with Adam and sign his name to the check. And here's a ticket to the VIP section of the gala. There's a marvelous display of fireworks planned. And there's a car for you if you'd like. Mr. Sarantino was very specific. He said you're a very special lady.
I don't believe it. Listen, Christine, you tell Mr. Sarantino that he's not going to dump me so easily this time. Your boss can go straight to hell. You tell him I'm going to get the story with or without him.
Lou Grant will continue in a moment here on A&E.
Billy, did I wake you?
Yeah. What time is it?
9:45.
Oh, no. Oh, please. Oh, don't let today be worse than yesterday. Oh, please. I'm sorry, Lou. What is it?
I think I just got my answer.
Oh, how in the world did I marry such a creep?
I'm praying that's not a reference to Ted.
Oh, no, not Ted. I didn't even get to see him, and he's on his way to Spokane, and... Oh, Louie.
How's the lobbying story?
Well, we can forget about my fabulous ex-husband's source.
No, we can't.
Okay. If I can find a way to get information out of him without ever seeing him again, I will. Oh, listen, look, I got an appointment with Captain Lupton and some public interest lobbyists this morning, for which I'm already late. I gotta go.
Wait, I need a single-page bio of you for the Greenwood entry. Is there one in the office?
In my bottom drawer, under the hairdryer.
Is it up to date?
Yeah, no. Change single to married. And let's hope that's accurate.
Who's joining me in Chicago for the Greenwood ceremony?
Who's invited?
Well, anyone involved with the series who can pay his own way is welcome.
Oh.
We'll underwrite the cost of one editor and one reporter. I hope that doesn't present too difficult a problem.
May not be a problem at all. Do you feel like flying all the way to Chicago for a weekend?
Sure. I love Chicago.
Oh. Well, I'm sure that between the two of us and Art Donovan, we'll work out something. I think we ought to draw straws among the reporters. Lou is in charge of the whole deal. He's gathered up everyone's bio. He submitted the entry.
Have you? Good. I received a call from the foundation. They haven't seen our entry yet.
Well, no, I haven't sent it.
What's holding us up?
A couple of bios. I pulled everything we've got on Greenwood Universal.
And?
I haven't had a chance to go through it yet.
Well, you should brief everyone making the trip, so that we have something interesting to say to dear old Mr. Greenwood when we're on the receiving line. It's a good idea, Mr. Grant.
Late wake-up call. I'm sorry.
All right, Billy, it's great. Billy, I'd like you to meet Howie Pizer. He's a lobbyist with the Consumer Guild.
Children's Rights Fund.
Right.
How do you
And
do?
this is Kathy Short. She's Environmental Coalition.
Hi.
How's it going?
Fine.
Sit down.
Nice
Coffee?
To meet you. No, thanks. I think I'll hold out for tea. I'm really sorry to have held you up.
Don't worry about it. Anytime a reporter wants to listen to us, we'll find time to talk. As a matter of fact, I've got a couple of bills I'm trying to make some noise about. Maybe you can go over them with me after.
Sure. What do you think about 4152?
Well, I tried to persuade him to give me a hand, but I didn't do too good.
Matt, come on. You know we're spread way too thin as it is.
There's just not enough manpower to help you lobby every assemblyman on business and financial.
He's not in bad shape. You've got 5 solid no votes. You ought to be able to get that final guy without us.
Well, I guess you're right. Maybe I shouldn't make a run at Kiefer, huh?
No, meet with him, but definitely wear your uniform.
Oh, yeah. Remind him how you're both public servants.
I was hoping my testimony before the committee
Forget
might...
about that. If you haven't got the votes, by the time you testify, you haven't got the votes.
Listen, I ran into the author of 4152 a couple of days ago.
What are you talking about?
Assemblyman Gunderson.
This bill is perfect for him. He can wrap himself in the flag, and some people will buy it.
He did say something about an old-fashioned 4th.
Yeah, well, I'm amazed he didn't manage to work Thanksgiving and Mother's Day in, too.
I'd be very surprised if Gunderson actually wrote the bill himself.
Me, too. She ought to talk to Maitland. That's his senior aide. See if you can't get some straight background from him.
Maitland, okay.
Do not hesitate to snow him. That's what he'll be doing to you.
Rossi, you've been picked for the trip to Chicago.
I knew it. We gotta wait taxes, don't we?
I suppose so. Close the door.
Are we renting in Chicago or bringing them out from here?
I don't know. Let me try some stuff on you. Sit down. I've been curious about the Greenwood Foundation. I made a few phone calls.
What'd you find out?
Well, it looks like the foundation is sort of half tax dodge and half PR.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, I don't begrudge the old guy trying to get the dirt out from under his fingernails. It's his company that's the problem. They spent a lot of years making herbicides under extremely unsafe conditions. There are a couple of lawsuits pending by workers who claim they were poisoned. There's more. Chlorone DX. Greenwood had it on the market for 10 years before anyone proved that it was a health hazard. The stuff got pulled off the shelves in this country, so Greenwood Universal dumped it in other countries.
When was this?
1979-80.
So how long do we keep blaming them for this? I mean, how long after they stop doing something do we hold them accountable?
I don't know, Rossi. I'm new to this territory. But I would like to know if Greenwood is still selling Chlorone DX.
Okay. Name the city you know they sold it in.
Bangkok.
Bangkok? Hello, is this Global News Service? My name is Joe Rossi. I'm with the Los Angeles Tribune here in California. I need a big favor.
4152 means a return to the old-fashioned kind of worth we all remember as kids.
I've heard. In my neighborhood, that meant everybody's dogs shaking under the bed all day. Cherry bombs in garbage cans. Listen, Chris, I've also heard this bill underwent quite a few changes even before it was presented before the committee.
No. Where'd you hear that?
Around. Does that mean the bill was a problem even from the start?
No, that doesn't track. The bill's intact, word for word, since the first draft.
Well, you see this third paragraph here, the definition of specialty fireworks?
This is silly. I'll show you my copy of the first draft. It's exactly what you've got, word for word. See, here's the Assemblyman's draft, word for word.
Whose work is this?
Gunderson's.
The notes, too?
Let me see, the notes are, well, the Assemblyman, of course, relies on the expertise of his researchers.
Who are his researchers? Staff people?
No, outside people who are experts on the subject matter.
The fireworks lobbyist wrote this bill.
No.
That's his handwriting.
I don't know how you know.
Well, I used to type Greg Sarantino's term papers. That chicken scratch is unforgettable.
The material first, and then discuss it. You have.
Global News Service in Bangkok congratulates us on our Greenwood nomination. The guy went to the biggest seed and feed store just outside the city. They sell Chlorone DX.
Oh?
In open sacks, right next to the seed, corn, and poultry feed. How do we accept their damn award?
Lou Grant will continue in a moment here on A&E.
Rossi's spreading a very ugly rumor out there.
It's true. Greenwood Universal is selling carcinogenic herbicides to other countries.
That's not the rumor I mean. I mean the rumor that you're not going to submit our entry.
I think we should think about it.
So, we're not selling herbicides. The Greenwood Foundation isn't even selling herbicides.
But the Greenwood Foundation's money comes from the company that does.
Listen, some very famous, very respected people have accepted the Greenwood.
Maybe they didn't know.
Maybe they knew and it didn't matter.
I didn't think awards meant that much to you, Animal.
They don't. Well, the Greenwood does. Look, if someone wants to congratulate me for the work I've done, I'm not going to run an FBI check on him before I say thank you.
I'm a little surprised.
See this?
What is it?
The American Legion gave me this key ring for an essay that I wrote in high school. I knew that I wanted to be a writer, but I went another 5 years without being published. I almost quit. I think that this key ring actually kept me going. I was just wondering if there isn't someone who worked on the healthcare series who might not need that award sometime in his life.
I really feel bad about the night before last.
It's okay.
I know how awful it is to eat alone.
No. I ran into some people from L.A. We had a terrific time. We stayed up till all hours. Are you going to answer my questions?
About AB 4152? Yes, I did a little rewording on the bill.
You wrote it.
Okay, I wrote it. I'm not sure that's news.
Why, because lobbyists do it all the time?
Wait a second, Assemblyman Gunderson doesn't have a big enough staff. No assemblyman does to be an expert on everything he works on.
So you provide the research and you draft the legislation, all paid for by a couple of fireworks manufacturers, all in their self-interest.
You want assemblymen to have bigger staffs? Try raising state taxes.
All I want is for the people who read my paper to know that AB 4152 is not about getting the government off the backs of the people or having a good old-fashioned fourth.
You know we lost, don't you?
The vote is until tomorrow.
Well, we've lost. We're 2 votes short in committee. It's a dead issue, and it's even less of a story.
You really want this job, don't you?
You know, I'm wondering just how persistent you'd have been if I weren't your target.
Very persistent. I'm a very persistent reporter.
I wouldn't know about that, but the nasty streak is pretty familiar.
I'm not being nasty.
Oh, no, of course not. You got a chance to put a knife through your ex-husband and make it look like an authentic story. I mean, that's got to be tempting.
Cut it out, Greg.
Oh, gosh, Billy. Listen, don't you think I can understand how angry you are and how I must have hurt you?
10 years ago, I'm not angry now.
It's okay to be angry. I understand.
Damn it, I'm not angry. You make me so mad. God, the arrogance. You are not part of my life. You are no part of my life. I'm a reporter, a veteran reporter in the biggest city in this state. And if you stop working me for half a second and look at me, you'd see how different I am. God knows you're different. The more you talk, the more unrecognizable you are.
You sound a hell of a lot more like an ex-wife than you do a reporter.
Here's my number at the Tribune. If you have anything to tell me, just give me a call. It's really been great seeing you again. Do you think we could find something to say to each other that isn't a shot?
I don't know.
How's the leg?
Looks okay to me.
Not mine. Yours. The bad knee.
Oh, I finally got the cartilage removed a couple of years ago. It's great. The rest of the body's falling apart, but the knee will go on forever.
Oh, I finally got off the junk food and I'm eating right.
Really? That's great. Don't you feel a lot better?
I do. The only temptation left is ice cream.
Ice cream is tough.
Yeah.
There really is no story in 4152.
Goodbye, Greg. Good luck.
Lou Grant will continue in a moment here on A&E.
Are you crazy, Lou? Are you nuts? Who put you in charge of this?
You did.
I put you in charge of sending in the entry, not deciding if the Greenwood was worthy of us.
That's not what's going on.
Do you know what an award like this means to a newspaper?
Are you telling me you think this is going to make any difference in circulation?
Probably not, but it's going to make a big difference in influence. We win a Greenwood, you see. Our subscriptions will go up in Washington, in New York, journalism schools. Maybe we won't have to fight so hard to convince the best students that this is a first-class place to work. And let's not kid ourselves, Lou. No matter how many congratulatory phone calls I get from the Times, this is still a deadly competitive business. And I want the Tribune to have every edge it can get.
Listen, I've done a lot of thinking about this. And it seems to me that Greenwood gets more out of this award than we ever would. I don't want to enter. Awards don't mean that much to me. But I've talked to you, and I know that some of you feel differently. So if just one of you wants to enter, we will. Is that fair? So who wants to enter?
You mean who's the glory hound who wants to put his ethics aside to get a plaque for his wall?
Right. Bad idea. All right. Listen. The entry's right there. Has to be postmarked tonight. I'm going to take it to the back of the room and put it on the outbasket desk. Everybody goes by it a dozen times a day. So whoever wants to pick it up and put it in the outbasket, nobody will know who did it. So we'll be entered, and that will be that. Okay?
Seems fair to me. Fair enough.
Sure.
Okay.
I could have 3 minutes.
Come on, sweetie. Come on in. Sit down. You hungry?
No. I just wanted to get your reaction to the rejection of 4152 by your committee.
Did you ever play guns when you were a kid?
No.
I guess not. Well, the thing about playing guns is you have this big shootout. Get shot, get killed, you lie on the ground, you get bored, and you jump up again, yell, "New man," and you're back in the game again. That's AB 4152. You can shoot it down as many times as you like, but it's never really dead. It'll turn up again next year, or the next, or maybe even as an amendment on something at the end of this session. And where's that fireman gonna be?
He'll come back.
But Mr. Sarantino won't have to come back. He's here all the time, meeting people, coaxing, making friends, turning on the charm. He's a very charming man, Mr. Sarantino.
Oh, yes.
Do you know how much it costs to run for the office I hold? $400,000
For state assembly?
per campaign. Seems like the last couple of terms, all I did was fundraise. Let me tell you something. If I were running for another term, I would be talking with Mr. Sarantino, and I'd talk to a couple of those guys who make fireworks. Then I'd begin to wonder if maybe a little deregulation in that area wasn't a good idea after all. We hear you, Betsy. Right.
May I quote you, Mr. Assemblyman?
Damn it. Am I the best dancer you ever danced with since your senior prom?
You are.
Well, then show me a little respect. Call me Ray. Come on, Tommy.
May I quote you, Ray?
You may. You may also run a picture. Autographed.
Please.
No, we appreciate it. Any help you can give.
Joe, you know anybody on the Coliseum Commission? Staff, not appointed.
Yeah, no, Bingham's assistant.
Can you make a call for me? I ain't even okay to shoot their meeting.
Stay right here. I'll do it right now.
What are you doing there?
This guy Sarantino wrote the bill. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, and I put the old guy elders up in your lead.
I'll give you more elders. You want more elders?
There's no time.
4 minutes. I can give you a nice little profile that'll slide right in.
Okay, write it as a sidebar. I'll ask Lou.
Okay.
There's no rush on it. Tell me tomorrow.
Yeah, Bob and I are going to go out.
Night, Lance.
Last pickup?
Last pickup.
Sid says it's okay.
Give me a new lead on the helicopter crash. They've released the names of the victims.
Right. Was it slug?
Copter.
Okay, Art. Elders profile. Slugged elders. Lance, you told me you did a good job on that rezoning piece.
You did? Just a second. I'm almost done. Okay, Lou. Copter.
Okay, go home. Nobody sent it in. The entry.
No fooling.
I guess I ought to have key rings made up for everyone.
How's Sacramento?
Oh, I liked it. Big doings. The new Capitol building's gorgeous.
Here, let me get that for you.
Oh, thanks. But I missed all the excitement over the Greenwood. When do we hear if we won?
Oh, everyone talked it over. Greenwood's kind of a bad bunch. We decided not to enter.
Oh, no.
The work is kind of its own reward, though, don't you think?
Depends on where they put your story. You're cute.
Oh,
Really cute.
all right. Oh, I'll get to it first thing in the morning.
Negative is available.
That's it.
He presided over the Roman Catholic Church during the most turbulent years of the century. Could Pope Pius XII have used his influence to stop the Nazi Holocaust? New documents and interviews reveal the difficult dilemma he faced on an all-new investigative reports tonight. Now, a killer is out to silence a key eyewitness. Join us for Police Story, next on A&E.